Okay. So, before I start the music, let's see. While streaming, yes. Yes. Recoil and Rory need Chudo's image. So
Oh,
find
all
Chudo's
right.
image. While you look for Chudo's image,
Got it.
okay, uh, try to fix the screen so it looks good. And I'm gonna look for a his description. Okay. Um, I don't think they have a description of him at hand. Usually, it's included, but it's not in this one. I do have it in my notes though. When I find it, I'll give it to you and I'll post it in the right place, at the in the chat log. So now, let me check again the streams. Right. So we have okay, one stream, and we have two streams. Okay, that looks good enough. So all three look good enough. So I'm gonna start the music, and God help us.
Let's get him, boys.
So, and now that's enough, guys.
Okay, good night.
Oh, by the way, that's stupid, by the way, because I haven't even decided what cards. I mean,
Just
haven't
roll a
important.
dice.
I haven't important. Look, we'll just roll the dice, and if you roll lower, higher than 10, then you got him, and you didn't. Let's go back to the chat log. And I want to see exactly who was the last move we made last game. So, from what I see here, so there was an opportunity attack there. Are you saying there were two of them? It was his turn. He avoided an attack of opportunity from Victor, and then he ran. Then it was Goblin turn. The Goblins are dead. Then it was Tilt and Martis. But Martis is still in the map, right? He hasn't left. No, he's there.
Yeah, correct.
And your last move brought you there?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, it must. Or was it your move and you hadn't moved yet? You see what I'm saying? All right. I'm stopping the music. We need to figure out. So what happened was Till moved. I think that according to the rules, you have to figure out if anybody has a head start, and it seems to me that the guys who have a head start are the ones who played in the last round. And Chuda has a head start, so he begins 3 cards ahead of the rest of the participants. So let's do that on the map now. Let's drop his.
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't that far away, no?
By the way, when I'm dropping, no, look. As far as the rules are concerned, there's three statuses. Either sudden start, everybody begins at the same starting point, which is not true. Either a head start. Basically, for me, the ones who have a head start is Chudo, Recoil, and whoever else plays after him in this round. Well, I guess all of you play after him in this round. So it doesn't look. Yes, it doesn't look like anybody has a head start then, unless. Well, hmm. Is Giovanni going to start running?
Why not? Why wouldn't I run as well towards him?
Yeah. Yeah. So it does
Hey,
look
I
like.
see. The tokens on the
Yes, I saw it. I saw it. I saw
chase
it.
map are
I saw
like,
it. So
yeah.
the sudden start in a chase that assumes that everyone begins at the same starting point. All participants start at on the same card. That's interesting. My problem is the transition from the tactical map to the chase map. That's my problem. Like if everybody was now on the chase card, we have the rules, but we don't exactly have detailed rules.
Yeah, but we know that each square is 30 meters in the chase map, right?
No, that's not how you calculate. Yeah, okay, go ahead. What does that mean?
Well, we know where we are in the Glassworks map. We know
Yeah.
how many feet are between us.
No, that's not how you do it.
Okay.
That's not how you do it. The way you jump between the tactical map and the chase map is the starting conditions that are in the rules. There's three. If you look in the first page of the rules, first column at the bottom, it says sudden start, head start, long shot. That's how you affect the transition.
Yeah, I was
You have
trying
to
to make it
decide.
easy for us.
You have to decide which of the three is the case. So you look at the tactical map and you decide: is this a sudden start? That means that everybody begins on the same card.
Where is he exactly, Tsuto?
Uh,
Because I don't see him.
in the tactical map, you're asking where he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yazu.
Because he
Alright.
played first in this round. If you look in the combat tracker, he comes first. So he moved his full movement rate, and he was outside everybody's. You cannot see him. You cannot see him because you don't have. You're still on the other side of the door.
Yeah, but
If
I mean,
I don't even know. Can I, like he's around here somewhere? Can you see that arrow? I don't know.
yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, somewhere there, somewhere. I don't even know where because when he moved outside of your view, I just removed his token. So the thing is, the way I judge this is first of all, he comes. You all play after him, right? He's the one who starts fleeing. He starts at the beginning of the combat tracker. So basically, this entire round is not played in tactical, the way I understand it. Okay, the only part of this round that plays in tactical is, the attack of opportunity. So that part, because it was a combat. Let me go back to the chat log.
What's
That
up?
part plays in, yeah. So I can see if you scroll that, you do have everybody does have the left chat log, right? If you scroll to the bottom, it says round 4. First to play in round 4 is Chudo. And he starts running, and that's when the chase starts. It's just that before the chase starts, we just have to play out that attack of opportunity. We played it out, it failed. So basically, you can completely forget about the attack of opportunities as if it didn't happen. It did happen, but as far as the chase is concerned, it doesn't matter. Like we don't have to roll a card for the attack of opportunity. That's a different thing, right? So the entirety of the fourth round is the chase. So we don't even have to worry. That's how I understand the chase rules. We don't even have to worry where everybody is in relation to everybody else. Everybody starts on the first card. That's the important thing from the point of view of the rules. So now I need to put all the tokens on the very first. And you know how I'm going to do it? I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to post in the chat log. I'm going to post uh, something that signifies that we're starting a chase. So I'm going to post chase, two dots, I don't know how you go, dially, and then sudden start. That's it. And then enter. So you can see this. This signifies that now we're no longer in tactical. Now we're in chase. Chase, and the kind of chase that it is a sudden start. Everybody starts on the same card. There's no feet on the chase.
Yeah.
It's about cards. The smallest the grid works on cards. Although if you do cast spells and stuff like that, then you do calculate. But those are specific instances. Only if it's a spell or an attack or something like that, then you do have to worry about feet. But for everything else, it runs on cards. So the question is now, how do we put the because as Rico remarked, the tokens are made for 5 feet. So what I have to do is I have to increase the size of the tokens. Let's see. See, I can increase the size, and I can make it be. Let's see, and then so I have Chuto. Then I have, let's say, Till, for example. Okay, we're gonna start. We're getting there. We're getting there. Sometime at some point in the future we will be here. So let me see. Oh, and they still have their facing directions. So what I'm gonna do for now, because I don't want to deal with this, I'm gonna remove the directions. Combat token. Facing indicator off. That's it. No more facing indicators. And in order to not forget this, I'm gonna post it.
Teal still has it, no?
Yeah. And it rotated Giovanni and the guards tokens. So now it's like I'm upside down.
I see. I should be able to fix it. No, by the way, I don't see anybody having it. No, I don't see anybody having it.
Oh yeah, I right-clicked on on both maps, and now they don't have it anymore.
Oh yeah, there is one.
So I just want to see. Okay, I fixed Chudo. One more. No. Till is good. All right. And I'm gonna move Till's, let's say, here. Oh, you can't get it exact. Right. So I have two that I have Till. Let me drop Martis. And oh, you have the targeting, right? Two I have Till. And then I have Giovanni. Yeah. It took a while to understand for me how. Oh, and by the way, now that I'm moving your characters, that means you cannot see in the original.
Yeah.
Is that what it means, right?
Still have the 20-foot arrow though. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Cool.
deleted it. And finally, I need to get Victor here. Okay, so the guard stays behind. You don't even notice it. What you can do is, since the last person to pass by the guard is Giovanni, you can give him a command and you can say, remember, hit enter,
Yeah.
stay behind or something like that. Stay here.
Okay, I'll just say.
Stay here and use an exclamation mark as well. And
Okay. Stay here. Boom.
that's fantastic. You guys are hurt. Some of you guys are hurt. Or is it because I enlarged the?
Only my feelings.
No. So you have four. You have lost 4 hit points, and everybody else is 4 hit points. So it looks like the hit point indicators doesn't work now well. It doesn't work well because yes, works like crap because the things are so big. So should I leave them though? Should I leave them? I'll leave them. I'll leave them. You can still tell who has more hit points. It's not who has more. It's who is full and who isn't. Basically, the hit points are not enlarged together with the. I'm trying to make your characters look the same size. Would you say they are the same size now?
Yeah.
But they're not placed. They're not placed. Like Victor should be moved maybe a little bit to the south. Let me see. I know that the characters are equal. At least the player character tokens are the squares are equal, but why are they not equally centered? All right. For example, tills, like it will be easier if I put it like this. Let's do it like this. And let's see. So that needs to be there. I think now the four of them are about equal. It would be easier. Have it like that. And like. So now, okay. By the way, the rules say that every round you roll initiative. But what if we just use the initiative we already rolled? Do we have to roll for every round? I don't know. Maybe
Doesn't it say only the first round?
No, it doesn't. For the tactical combat, yes, but for the chase rules, if I remember correctly, it says that every round you're supposed to roll. In any case, okay, I definitely have all your tokens the same size. So now it's just a question of, let me see, that touches like that, first like that. Yes, the circle touches well. Okay, everything's perfect. So the size of the things are perfect. So I'm just gonna put people in the. I'm gonna put them in the order. So first, okay, Chudo is in the passage because he's first, and then I'm gonna put Till above him. Actually, I can do it like this. Till will be at the top, and then Martus. In fact, I don't see why Chudo has to be in the passage. So okay, let's go back to the rules and let's see the initiative where it says initiative. I think we have to roll every round.
In running a
It
chase.
says at the start of the chase.
Yeah, it says at the start of the chase.
Which page is that?
232, I think.
232.
Yeah, at the bottom right.
Bottom right. At the start of the check, each participant makes an initiative check to determine the order in which he moves. Yeah, and there is a parenthesis about a surprise round. I don't think it's a surprise to anybody that he's running away. No, it's not a surprise. There's no surprise. So I think in order to make the chase more interesting, that's why they want us to roll initiative for every round. So we're gonna have Martus and then Giovanni.
But it doesn't say for every round.
It does say.
No, it says at the start of the chase.
Oh, at the start. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But we already have that, so we can use the one we have. I see what you're saying. So we can just use the one we have. If we're using the one we have, I think that means we can put shoot at the top. That's what it means. So I can put it like this. All right. Are you trying to be a gym?
No, it's too much work.
You're trying to usurp my authority.
Of course.
You're trying to defect to the Robo.
Hey, speaking of, ages ago he actually messaged me saying, "Hey, I'm doing the Pathfinder Beginner Foundry campaign. Do you want to join?"
Oh, they played the Foundry. That's smart of them. That's good. And that's 4K and all that. I want to play. I want to play the Foundry. Does he have a Patreon? Does he have a website where he posts? And what did you say? Did you say
I
no?
just
you
said
piece
I just said we're actually starting up backgrounds again, so I'm good.
did you say no? You piece of shit.
Kick rocks.
Pound sand, like
Sand.
the Gap guy keeps saying pound. Uh, that's interesting though. So they played that the beginner box, but dude, the beginner box is for second edition on Foundry. So he played first the second edition beginner box, and then he played. You know
Presumably.
what he might be doing? You know what he might have done? Some people have converted Curse of the Crimson Throne to second edition, but they convert. You know, I don't think the conversion is in Foundry. I think it's just in paper form. So maybe that's I don't know. It's if I was him, if he played the second edition Foundry 4K beginner box, then you can move into the to Abomination Vaults in 4K. But although you can play, there's like half a dozen campaigns in Foundry at 4K. So why is he playing Curse of the? You see what I'm saying? But anyway, it's interesting though. At least they play. I'm impressed that they thought to play the beginner box. So you didn't ask him how many players he has?
No, I didn't bother.
Okay, you will be our spy in the rival. We have to listen. The
Hang on,
objective
let
is
me.
to have more fun than them. Whoever has more fun wins. So we want to make sure that
So
they're not having more fun. You have to infiltrate.
spending 7 hours figuring out inventory and chase is way too
Are you
much.
trying to say my game is not fun? All right. But this is what I'm thinking of. Do they spend 7 hours checking that stuff? I don't. I can't imagine
I
like
doubt it.
Infernovia. Like Infernovia would not even like 10 minutes. So I can't. Or his brother. Like for example, his brother. I think unless he plays everything on dumb mode and he just doesn't check stuff. And I don't know. And by the way, the campaign he plays does have chases, so he has to do the same shit we're doing now. You can sell him
Yeah,
archives.
but maybe he's secretly watching the streams to steal all your pro moves.
Yes, maybe he's doing that. As long as he's not having as much fun as me, it's good. That's the important. That's how you win. There's an old Chinese proverb that says, "If you have more fun." All right. So let me see. All the characters are there. Yeah, I think they're. Yeah, maybe Martis can go on down. Yes, Martis can go on down. All right, everything's perfect. Let me look at your streams. Yeah, it looks fantastic. So well, it took ages to get here. Oh, by the way, Recoil's stream now looks better because he has a yeah, like Recoil's look better. So Rory and Shub, you should increase the size of the tunnel to fill the screen basically, because now that's the only map we have. So increase it to fill the screen.
Oh, you mean to pin it to the background, or?
Yeah, you can actually put it to the background. Yeah, that's what Recoil
Okay,
has
so
done.
I will remove the other one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Pin it
This
and
is
then zoom in
yeah.
until the until the ground, the earth fills the.
Till the ground fills the souls of the dead.
Fantastic. Okay. So now this is the initiative order, so we don't need to roll anything. Next. So we've determined the baseline speed. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm gonna copy that stuff in the because I posted it in. Oh, and I also need Chuto's base speed. Let's see what that is. Yeah, it's 30 feet. 30 feet. So baseline speed. Okay, so now I type baseline speeds. 30 feet. It's Suto. Suto, and then there's Till, and then there's
I'll be back in a sec.
yeah, Giovanni and Victor, and then 20 feet is Martus, and then parenthesis -2 navigation penalty. -2 navigation. All right, so we have the stats there. 30 feet for Chudo. So the only difference between the feet is just that minus. That's all. Which is a decent difference.
Come back.
Okay, so we have the stats there. What next? So it takes a move action to move through a single card. And when he exits the card, he must choose blah, blah, blah only if there's an obstacle. So the question is, how many obstacles should I put? And I really don't want to put many. Like there's a lot of, there's 58. Oh, now I get it. What an idiot. I'm such an idiot. This map, the reason it took me so long to center the, it's because this map doesn't have a grid. So I could put a grid on it, and that would be easier to move stuff around. Let me look here, unlock, and then grid. And the grid should be a stupid no, because now, no, I'm not gonna put a grid, because fuck the grid. I can do it manually, it's not a big deal. And there's a visual grid, but there's not a grid in terms of Fantasy Grounds. Fantasy Grounds doesn't recognize a grid unless you put it yourself. So the question is, how many cards do I want for the entire chase? And I don't want that many because we don't have that many that are themed for this particular tunnel. It's not supposed to have a lot of, it's not, you're not supposed to have a Bigfoot, or it's not supposed to have traps. It's not supposed to have like false floors. So all that stuff that is on the cards is not good for us. There's only a few things that are useful. I think maybe like 5, 6 cards, something like that. Not even that many. So let me check now. In the cards that
Yeah, that would be like a comedy movie. You have a Bigfoot inside the tunnel, and then you have the spikes.
You have Scooby-Doo villains popping out.
tunnels is here.
Giant three-headed monkey.
You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to find out where the fuck did I put the. Did I download the stuff that you sent me or didn't I? Maybe I didn't download it at all. Okay, so I'm gonna download it now. Okay, zip. So we have the cards. Let's see. Version 1 is without the filter.
Yes.
Okay. So we have, for example, a bat swarm. So I thought that the bat swarm makes sense. It's not a huge deal, you know. Yeah, the filter that you as a first look, the filter does look decent. And then, so from the first pack, the only thing we can use from the first pack is just the bat swarm for the dungeon. And then from the second pack, we have a few more. I'll tell you what we got. We got challenging doors. No, we have it, but I'm not gonna use. False floor. No. Glowing mold. Should there be glowing mold here? Probably safe poison spores. Yes, the glowing mold. Yes. So you know the way I'm gonna do it is like this. First, I'll start on Discord, and I will say one bat swarm. So if you roll one, it's a bat swarm. You get the bat swarm. Bat swarm. If you roll one. And then let's see again. So the first card we have, the other one is challenging doors. No, because there's no doors. False floor. If there was a false floor, they should have told me in the book. They don't told me, so no false floor. As for glowing mold, yes, glowing mold, yes, because I'm basically putting stuff. So number 2 is glowing mold. I'm putting in stuff that might have moved in. Like, okay, maybe after some time there's mold. Maybe some bats moved in. But I'm putting stuff that, you know, that's small enough stuff that another one's called Lost in Maze, but there's no maze here, it's a straight line. Poison arrow. No, somebody would have to put that in there. And poison gas. No, again, somebody have to put that in there. Rolling boulder. No, it's not Indiana Jones, there's no rolling boulder. Secret door, no secret door there. There might be at the end though, but not there. Yes, there is. So, by the way, at the end of the chase, the end of the tunnel ends in the secret door, and then if you open the secret door, then you can get out. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have told you this. Like, what if he arrives at the secret door first, and you guys are so far behind that you can't see him? Or what if you catch him, and then I'm giving away the secret door? Okay, that's my mistake. We'll figure it out. But there's no reason to put the secret door in the deck because it's not like the secret door will be in the middle of the tunnel. It's going to be right at the end. The only time that the secret door card might be useful to us is if you just about fail to catch him, and the chase continues through there. Then we're going to pull out that card. But I'm not going to put it in the slide shortcut. No, there's not going to be any shortcut because it's a straight line. And finally, spider swarm. Okay, the spider swarm makes sense. There might be some spiders in the... so 3. As you can see, I only got 3 cards. Bat swarm, glowing mold, spider swarm.
Remember, one card was crumbling wall. Would that apply?
Oh, I saw that card and I thought the same thing you're thinking, but the crumbling wall is so you can jump over it.
Ah, okay.
But there's no
Yeah,
wall. It's not the
that makes
side wall.
sense.
It's in the middle. It's in the middle. You see. So let me see. So check out the rule in the chat log. So number 1 is bat swarm. Number 2 is glowing mold. Number 3 is spider swarm. And we can roll 1d6. And 1 and 2 will be bat swarm. 2 and 3 will be glowing mold. 3, 4 and 5. So I forgot all this time. I haven't been. I'm supposed to be speaking with a louder voice, but I haven't been speaking. So I'm gonna try now. So let's go back to the rules. So first is Shudo. Okay, I'm gonna start the music now. Okay, so first is Shudo, and the question is, it doesn't seem like you have a lot of options. If you want to move the main maneuver you can pull is to try to move 3 cards in 1 turn. So you take the full round action, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have Tsuto try to because he's hauling ass. He's trying to get away from you. So he wants to move 3 cards in 1 turn. And in order to do that, he must overcome both obstacles on the card, but there's no obstacle in this card. Wait, so I have to place the obstacles in the beforehand? Is that how it works? Like I have to. So we have 3 obstacles. We have 58 squares and 3 obstacles. Do I have to place those obstacles myself, or are they randomly? That's what I don't understand.
I think you placed them, but you could always hide them from us if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could put the back chase card somewhere, but then that means we know where they are.
All right. To make things easier for ourselves, in the first few squares there won't be any obstacles. So we're only concerned in the first few squares about figuring out just the plain movement. And let's focus on this maneuver to move 3 cards. Let's try to play that out. So the way I read that paragraph is that if he wants to move 3 cards in a row and there's no obstacle, he can just move 3 cards in a row. That's how I understand it. Let's take a couple of seconds to read it and let me know if I've made a mistake. Yes, all right. So Shuto moves 3 cards in a row. So he moves. I think when it says 3 cards, it means the one he's on. So he will end up here. Am I correct? Yes, because he has to exit the card first. Yeah, okay. I'm 100% right. As always. I can get better than that. This is gonna be this. So 1, 2, 3 cards. That's it. And then okay. So you know what we should have done? Okay, I'll type something. So Shuto's turn goes here. And okay, first of all, add move to Giovanni's. So Giovanni's chat to guard. So I'm gonna add later. You know, you should have said Giovanni Pierce to guard, stay here. Get it with the mood.
Yeah.
We should have done that. So I'll put that. But you could have done it at any time. You don't have to do it when you move in front of you. You can speak at any time, so it doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
in the last chat log, Shuto has already moved. still in Marduk. Okay. Delete above line. Forget about the stupid line. All right. So it's still now. So the options that you have now, Recall, are two. From what I can understand, either you can move again three squares without any check, nothing, because there's no obstacle, or you can try to attack. But
Okay.
three squares is 90 feet. So I don't know exactly how the attack would. Because according to the rules, if you were playing at the basic rules, then I don't know. But let's see what it says for the attack. Like, how do you handle the attack? If you want to attack, I think you can attack like with the bow, for example. So
Yeah.
that's the very last paragraph.
But that would be far out of range for me, wouldn't it?
You know what? I think the way it goes is that you can make a range attack. So you can take your move action, and with your move action, you can only move. If you want to catch up to him, he's moving so fast. If you want to catch up to him, you cannot shoot. You have to run as well.
Yeah. All right. So I'll just do the full move
You know
action.
how I understand this? Let me explain to you how I understand. Let's say that you're neck to neck. You're running right neck to neck, and he tries and then he gets on an obstacle, and he fails the obstacle. That's when you can like attack him. That's how I get it. But how do you stop him? How do you stop him from like keep moving forward? There's no mechanics for like stopping him. I think you can try a grapple at that point. Like if you have him next to you and he's pinned for a round, and you can, because now he's not pinned. You have to catch up. There's no way, you have to catch up. So okay, you want to move. So I'm gonna move you right next to him now. Okay, and now it's Mardus' turn.
So yeah, I'll also.
All right, you're
run.
also doing that, and now you can hit on the combat track. You hit next turn.
Yeah, great.
Right.
Let me hold on a sec. Let me check the streams there. Okay, you have Recall. You need the combat track. Yeah, okay, you got it on, and all right, it's your turn now.
Yep.
All right.
Do I?
So your choice is to run.
Mhm.
As a wizard, you could also have teleport spells and stuff like that. You could also have like other spells that put something on the ground to trip him or whatever. But I don't really have it. Do you have anything?
All I would have is that would be useful is days, and I'd have to be in his square to be in range.
I see. So the question is, okay, so let me tell you something, because the tunnel is only 5 feet. This doesn't mean that all of you are like next to each other running in a line.
Yeah.
This means that you're in the general vicinity
Yeah.
of. All right, so I suppose you want to move, right? Just three squares.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's your turn, and then hit next turn on the combat tracker.
Yeah, I'm also. I wonder, can I move myself or?
No, you can't. I'll have to move yourself.
Oh.
Because there's no grid. All right, and then when you're done, hit next turn.
Yep.
Okay. Well, at least we're playing now, guys. We're playing. Take that, Robo. We're playing. You thought we wouldn't have fun, but we are having fun. So basically, the whole chase will go like this until there is an obstacle. Oh, and by the way, even Mardus is keeping up. You know why he's keeping up? Because as far as the chase rules are concerned, it doesn't matter that he only has. Everybody has 30 feet movement. He has 20. But as far as the chase rules are concerned,
you know, that does again that doesn't mean you're all running in a clump. Basically, I'll tell you exactly how you're. Let's say that there's no obstacles, right? And you reach the end all together. Then we switch to a tactical map with the exact same distances as we had in the previous tactical map. You get me? This means that nobody has managed to gain anything on anybody, and then you have the same distances. But we're gonna try to avoid that because that will be boring. I'm gonna play one more round. So it's 1, 2, 3. Wait, I think I made a mistake. So when he moved 3, he should have moved from here. He should have moved 1, 2, 3. He should be here, right? Am I correct? You all should, yeah. You all should be here.
Yeah.
You all should be here. And now he's moving 1, 2, 3. He's moving there. So, like I said, I don't want to put too quickly any obstacles, so I'm going to play another round. So the way I understand it, the obstacles are random. It's the GM who decides what obstacle is where. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It says you could do both ways. Either you choose it or you make it random.
Where does it say it? Let me read it.
Should be.
Okay, look for the exact location while I'm arranging the. Right, so we move the second round, and for that, okay, it says sample and guard. Okay, I'm going to click next, Tuto, and then Phil, Martis, Livani, Victor, guard. And I don't know why the guard is. Okay, this is not right. Okay, and then Tuto again. So we started in round 4. We play round 4. We play round 5. And this is nonsense. Wait, why is Chico, why is his turn hidden? When you look at your, yes, you cannot see his round for some reason, his turn on the combat tracker. Why can you not see his turn?
I can see his.
I've got it. Yeah.
It could be based on who had line of sight on him in the previous map, maybe.
Right.
Wait, you can see his character, but you cannot see in the combat tracker. Can you see it says Chuto?
I can see him in the combat tracker.
I've got him.
In the combat tracker, yes, but what about in the chat log?
I can't see him.
Oh yeah.
No, that's what I mean.
not
Nobody
chat
can
log.
see him in the chat log, and I don't know why. I don't know why, but I think in the chat log when I print it, it should be fine. So now, Rico, have you managed to find where it says?
It's just on the card, printed on the card rules, but it's not in the book.
Put it on the card rules. Yeah, okay, we can incorporate that. I want to see where it says. I want to read the whole thing. Can you take a picture or something, or copy the text or something? Do I have that card?
It should be in the PDF files, but try and get it. It says first sentence on building a chase: choose or randomly draw a number of cards appropriate to the length of the chase.
Okay, I've chosen the cards. It's not, but how do I place them? Do I place them randomly, or you see what I'm saying?
I think you can do however you want. Like,
I just want to see if there's an actual rule. It might be cooler than something I can come up with. Yes, I can see it in one of the pictures you posted on the when you put the picture on the ground. It says choose or randomly draw a number of cards appropriate to the length of the chase. Typically 8 cards. Like I said, we don't have 8 for this. Place these cards in a row face down on the table, creating a chase track. You see, like the guy did. So I'm supposed to put them down. Flip over the first card and place representations. Wait, that is not in the book though. That is not in the book, is it? Yes, it's. I'm gonna post it for you guys so you can see it on Discord. You can find it if you scroll up, but I'm gonna put it again at the bottom so you can see it easily. Okay, so check that out.
And in the rules for the first deck, it says 5 cards. For the second deck, it says 8 cards.
They're trying to sell you more cards. in the second edition, like 35 cards. Place these cards in a row, face down on the table. Oh, okay, I see it. So they want me to. Okay. They're basically doing it like there's no empty cards. The way they describing it, they don't have any empty cards.
Well, you use the cards for the squares basically.
Yes,
but we already have squares.
Exactly. As the participants overcome the obstacles, they move along the change track, flipping over cards, and you're going. So at least I realized something. They're not supposed to see the cards in advance. They flip over them as they hit them. As they overcome obstacles, they move along and they flip cards. So I'm not supposed to tell you. Right. So I don't have any data. Like, do I choose the bat swarm first? Do I choose the mold? So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm just gonna roll a die. I'm just gonna roll a 1d6. Okay, and I'm gonna write that down on my notes. So for this particular chase, the cards are gonna be, the card sequence is gonna be random. Not the cards will never be random. The card sequence will be random, just because I don't have any particular reason to choose, one over the other. But in the future, depending on the chase, it might be different. Alright, so let me see for a second. I got the number. And now we got the sequence. At least we're listening to cool music while we're doing it. We could start a music group to start playing games. Alright, so now I have the sequence. Now that I have the sequence, I just have to decide when the first one's gonna hit. And then we have to decide, do I put it, yeah, let's try to import it. How much time do we have, Shubn?
10 minutes.
Alright, so yeah, we can see, we can at least, like, we got all the mechanics pretty much now, are down. We set everything up. Oh, and Rico has put, yeah, for next time, I'm also gonna read the card rules from the cards, because you might learn something more. We have to basically combine all the rules. So I'm going to import now the first chase card that I'm going to import the first chase card, the back of the card that Shubn sent me, and we're going to see if it's possible to place it in the game. So the chase card is in. I'm sending it to everybody. So you can see it as a check. Can I put it down? That's the question now. Can I put it down? I'm gonna give it a try. No. Oh, I can do it like this. Look, I can do it like this. So an easy way to do it would be before Chudo moved into the square, I could just have this here. So in fact, I wouldn't put it there. I would not want to put it. I would put it. Delete. I would put it there. You know, in the middle of the. So Chudo is here. And so that the moment that Martis fell on it, I don't think you can click afterwards. But what happens if you click on it? Do you get the card?
No.
Okay, let me look at the screens. Can you see? Oh, you cannot see it at all. The pin that I. Oh, you're not seeing the pin. Okay, maybe I can share the pin. Let's see. Make link shareable. I think now it's shareable. You can see it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now you can see.
Mhm.
So close the card and then click on the pin and tell me if the card comes up.
Yeah, that brings it up.
Fantastic. So that's one way to do it. So all I have to do is put the pins in the entire thing. And the other way would be to try to get the actual card. How would I do that? Put the actual card. Yeah, I would have to make a token. I would have to change the card into a token. So for the time being, just for this chase, I think it will look nice. So everybody click on the pin, and make sure you put next to Chudo's image, for example. Put this chase card next to Chudo's image, just so that it looks like we're running a chase. All right. And now I can move your character to the correct place. Okay, and now I know which card it is. It is the, well, I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to import it. Maybe we can do like one card before we have to. I have to call it a night. Okay, so it's going to be.
We gotta trip and fall on our faces.
Right, so now I'm importing this card. That's it, it's imported. And now I'm just sending it to everybody. So now, place this card, along all the other images. And that's what everybody's gonna have to deal with in this round. Yeah, so I'm looking at Rico's screen now and he's trying to get, the way to get the cards the same size is you place one card window over the other, you size the windows exactly the same, and then you have the same, yeah, everybody's doing well from what I'm seeing. So now, Chudo has to choose what the fuck to do now. And if he wants to try again, to let's see if he wants to try again to attempt to move 3 cards. What does he have to do? First of all, he has to take a full round action. Okay. He must overcome both obstacles on the card he's leaving. Let me look at the. Okay. So one of them is knowledge nature. He has to look at his character sheet. And it's fortitude, DC 16. I see. And then he's fucked if he trips. Okay, so no, he's not gonna do both at the same time. At least not for now. Maybe later. Okay, so he needs a move. Use a move action to move through a single card. He has to choose one of the 2 obstacles. Success means he moves to the next card. Failure means he must face the obstacle in the next round. So now I have to choose between 40 DC 15. So I'm looking at his fortitude check here. Okay, or knowledge nature DC 15. The thing is, the sheet doesn't mention. So the DCs are equal. The sheet doesn't mention his knowledge. Like I have to figure out his knowledge. So knowledge is intelligence based. Okay, so I'm looking at his intelligence. No, he definitely has. He has a much higher bonus for 14. The question is, he has other stuff like, for example, acrobatics. Does that help? No, it wouldn't help. He's supposed to eat it, basically. Maybe there are later other checks that are based on acrobatics, but this one isn't. So you know, his fortitude check, he has +4, but his knowledge isn't that high. He doesn't get a big +4. So I want to make the right choice for him. I don't want to make a stupid choice. That's why I'm taking my time. But I just don't see it. So I'm gonna post now on Discord round 6. I'm gonna post now in the chat log glowing mold. And I can just roll straight away. Hold on. Show GM rolls on. So it will show my roll, and I'm just gonna roll 42. DC 15. Boom! Shagalaka. Can you see that on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's some fudging going on.
Yeah, that's why it took so long. I'm trying to figure out the buttons. So basically, the way I see it is, he can only move 1. So he exited, he only move 1. But I'm wondering, what is it? One of you guys manages to move 3. Then what do? You can stop him. I think there will be a grapple at some point. That's the only way I can see it.
He'd be running past him, so yeah, kind of weird.
So you can only move 1 when there's an obstacle?
Yes.
I think you can take another action though, right? That's just one move action.
Yes. Let me see. This was the move action, and now he has a standard action. And I suppose let's read a little bit more. the way I understand it is that was a move action. If he wants to now, he can do a standard action. Like for example, he can shoot you with a bow or something, but he doesn't. He really wants to keep running. Can I use another? All right. For now, I'm just gonna move another one. It makes sense. This way,
I think there was a rule like if you want to move 2 squares, you have to do both checks. A character wants to tend to move. Oh, that's 3 cards.
That's 3.
Okay, never mind.
You know what though? No. Well, Shock is still thinking with tactical rules. That's why he says, okay, the guy now has a standard action. Maybe he can move. No. This is a different game. If he wants to now, he can do a standard action, but he doesn't want to do anything. Like if he wants to shoot or something, but he cannot move further. The way I read the rules is either you move 1 square or you move 3 squares. That's it.
Yeah.
Like you cannot, for example, in the rules for tactical combat, you can move 4 times your movement rate if you just run in a straight line. But that doesn't exist here. It's a different game, this one. It doesn't have all the features of the tactical. It's a simplified game for chases. So he cannot move another one. He just managed to move one because he, And by the way, yeah, the next pin, because we have a long way to go. The next pin is going to be quite. I don't want to put bats right next to this board, right? So it's going to be quite a while before there's another one. So I'm not going to put the other one yet because I'm going to have to put the images. So don't worry about being another pin. There's no pin for a while. So after this, Tuto doesn't want to do anything else. I suppose. I wonder, like, could he pull out his short bow and fire at you guys? Would that be more? I just don't see that happening. Like in the middle of a. I can see the pursuer shooting, but I can't see the guy who's running for his life turning around to shoot the bow.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're not
it's
taking into account all the stuff. We should be taking into account the light. So the only ones who can see with dim light is Tuto and Till. Everybody else, this is pitch black. Who has a light right now?
I do.
Yeah.
You have light on your Morningstar?
Yeah, or on my clothes, or so I forget exactly what it was cast on, but it's something I'm wearing. Yeah.
Right, and that is that a hold on?
I've just seen as well that doing the action to leave a square is a standard action. So I think essentially what it is you start at the beginning of each square, make a move action to run across it, and then do a standard action to move into the next square. So it's right, he'd only be able to move to that square.
Where did you read that?
That's at the bottom left of the second page of the chase rules.
By the way, yeah, let's not forget your penalty when your time comes. Let me read that real quick. Oh, okay. Listen, the move action is to move. The standard action is to avoid the obstacle. So his standard action was the fortitude check. You get it? His fortitude check is his standard action, and his move action was first you have to succeed in the standard action, and then you can move. Because if you fail, you cannot move. So fair enough. Okay, we got it. So even if he wanted to shoot his arrow, it's not. He can't. So I'm gonna click next. Now it's still. So your options now is you need to choose between the 2 rolls.
I do not have knowledge nature.
I can add it, by the way. Anything you want, I can add it.
Oh yeah.
So let me just add it real quick, just so you can see what the roll looks like.
Because I have 0. I do not have any bonuses for fortitude.
So I added knowledge nature. I don't know if you can see it. These are weird. These if you can't see,
I just see knowledge. I don't see the.
okay. I see knowledge nature and it's intelligence based. You have a +1.
All right, that's what I'm
By
gonna
the
do.
way, I don't understand how you would avoid it just by knowing about knowledge about nature. In any case, you're telling me that your fortitude check is 0. Okay, so you would get okay. Okay, 1 sec, because I was doing something. I wanted to add Martis's. So Martis's 20 feet. Okay, so wait. The 2 half elves can see in the dim light. Martis has 20 feet around him normal light and another 20 feet dim light, and the other 2 guys, they have nothing, right?
I think Till had a torch.
He did have a torch. So my question is he running with the torch? I think so. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna rule that there's enough. Look, even if somebody, because remember these guys are not bunched together. You know, some of them are a few feet behind, or it could be even 50, 60 feet. But if the guys in the front have like all these lights, then you can follow them. You can run. Like the question is, would you stumble if you're running and you don't have a light? All right, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna call the game a night now, because I just want to make sure that the guys who are running without a light. So there's no problem for the 3 guys at the top, for the 2 guys at the bottom, because they're running in the dark. I mean, maybe in front of them, far ahead, they can see light, but they cannot see in their feet. Maybe they will stumble. So I want to see.
Since it's a chase, does it even count, or do we take like the dumbed down chase rules?
Exactly. So the question is, do the dumbed down chase rules have any provision for darkness?
Yeah.
If they don't have any provision, I might want to imagine, for example, that nobody had. Let's say that everybody involved was a human and nobody had a light. How would they chase each other?
Through the power of friendship.
Yes. So I need to research chase rules in the dark for Giovanni and Victor.
Yeah.
So I put that note in there. In any case, we made it. We put the power of dungeon drafted. Right. So first thing we're gonna do is close this. You guys can stop all your streams.